Good morning and welcome to Manic Fishing. Well, it's 12 o'clock. I'm going to blip out. It's a big old tide today, so I'm going to have to use some heavy leads, but I think ideally I'm going to up tide, so this will give me a better advantage. I want to try and catch a smooth-hound. I know they're running still, so yeah, I'm just going to have a couple of hours and see if I can. No promises, but I got a few crabs from the harbour, and I've got some Ford velvet crabs, which are perfect. So I'll get myself round. I'm going to get the half 12 lock, go straight out there. As I said, the tide will start to rip later, but then hopefully I'll hit a couple. Fingers crossed. I'll see you out there. Right, so I've just chucked my anchor in. I've learnt from experience to tilt my engine just in case that rope comes back. Not that it's doing that today. So anchor's in, it'll swing us round in a minute. So let's get myself set up. So I'm going to up tide with 2 rods, and I'm using today. I'm going to use, it's just a nice simple rig. It's a Portland rig, and let me see if I can show you. So look, it's just a about a 9-inch with a swivel, 2 beads, nice and simple, shouldn't hook up. And I'm using a Sakuma, I don't know what these are actually. I'm using Sakuma 525 crab hooks, and they're a nice little 3/0 super sharp hook, and I think these would be perfect for these crab. And I won't need it at the minute, but I will do later. So I'm using an 8-ounce Gemini lead, because as I said, the tide will be ripping today, but it is what it is. So I can put my engine down now, and we should tighten up in a minute. So I've got some live crab from the marina, and I've got some of these velvets. They're 2 sort of different sizes. These are quite small ones, which would be ideal. See them? So I think I'll put a whole one on first. These are lovely. So literally, you just go in through there's like a V on these crabs. You just go in under that V and just out, and I'm not going to nip it too much. And I'm just going to hook this over the little part of that Gemini. I'm not even going to do that. So last time I cast this, I had some dramas with it, so I'll try not to do that today. Just make sure the spool's tighten right up, because I haven't got to get it far. So I'm going to flick this one this way, because I'm not going far. So same thing, just let that line ride out. And I'll put this in a rod holder here on this side, I think. I'm letting that line, loads of line out. So we're in 71 foot of water, so it's ideal for up tiding. Just making sure I pay loads and loads of line out. So my lead should be about there. And we'll get in this loop in this line. I pay plenty out. That should do me. Right. Put that one in there. And then I'm going to use my sort of match rod, as they call it. Exactly the same setup. I think actually on this one, I have got, they gave me 2 lots of hooks. One was a crab hook, which I quite like the look of, and the other one, I think, you'll have to bear with me, I think it's a yeah, this is a 465. It's a Frio, but it's a Kong hook, they call it. So I like the look of it. It's not a circle, but it's sort of, the hook goes back on itself. So I think they will hook themselves with this. So I'm going to go down again with another velvet crab. Just lip that through there. Same setup again with a nice long, with a nice heavy Gemini lead. And this one I can afford to give it a bit more oomph in the cast, because I know it's not going to tangle this. Right. That's gone out about, I don't know, about 70 yards. I'm letting that go down in the tide. So I'm casting back onto this bank with this one, and that one I'm over there. So it gives me two chances really. So I'm making sure I pay loads of line out. And I should put this one in here. And then I'm going to fish a down tide, and I'm just going to put I've just got this one, exactly the same hook, but I've got it on a long trace, on a long boom, sorry. This, and I'm going to put, as I said, I don't need it at the minute, but I will need it. So I'm going to put it down on a pound lead. I'm expecting the tide to rip. What I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to put one of these Harbour crabs on, if I can get him out. So I've got a nice little one there. They're savage, these. So I'm being a bit, I know I'm being a bit of a wuss, but they literally, they will attack you. So nice size Harbour one. So go in through that flap at the back and just pull it up just so the hook is just coming out of him a bit. Right, and I'm not flicking this, I'm just going to let this one go down in the tide. So I've got 3 options: 2 velvet, 1 Harbour. Okay, and you don't need to fish like you do with taupe. You don't have to have ratchet on for these. And like with these hooks, they're super sharp and they'll hook themselves. So let's just wait, fingers crossed, we'll hit a smoothie. It just looked like I was getting an inquiry on this back rod, which has got the Harbour crab on. There you go. So hopefully that's smooth houndy. Yeah, he's on. Great. So I'm pretty sure it's a smooth hound. Lovely. I don't want to make sure he's got clutch if he wants to go. Feels quite nice, this. Now I'm not going to mess about with the net. I'm going to try and lift it over. So I'm on the leader. Oh no, I'm not. I thought I was. I'm on the leader now. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, it's a lovely one. Beauty. It's a beauty. So let's try and get him up without losing him. Okay. Oh, there you go, that's what we wanted. Great, it's just smacked me in the face. And see that hook? Perfectly hooked. There you go. Beauty. Let's get a photo and I'll get him back. All right, let's get him back. So that's great. That's target achieved. My work here is done. So that was perfectly hooked with that Sakuma. And I mean, I was yanking on that to get that out, and there's no bend in that hook. Perfect. So I'm going to go down with this because I've opened this one up. It's got quite a bit of scent on this. So I think the pound lead's still okay. Right, fingers crossed, let's hit a few more. Just starting to get a little knock on that uptide one. Just while I'm wrapping a few baits up, so hopefully we'll have something on here. I'll leave it. I'm gonna risk it, change this one while I'm as soon as you want to go and change it, it starts to knock again. So I'm gonna hit this one. So because there's quite a bit of line out, you wind down to it first, wind all that slack in first before I strike. I'm pretty sure it'll hook itself anyway. See, I'm coming up now. When I feel that lead tight, there you go, it's lifted up out. I'm not sure whether the fish is on. Yeah, he's on. Hopefully it's a smooth hound. Doesn't feel very big, but job to tell on this rod. So we're on the leader now. Yeah, he's a smoothie. Great. Great. So let's try and lift him in without losing him. Going off. Come on in. There you go. So quite a nice fatty. And see, look, that's hooked straight through that lip. So that's what we wanted. I don't know, £6 maybe. Let's get him off. Get a photo of him. Oh, the old dog don't like him. Right, so just get that hook out. So his hooks are great. There you go. Nice. Right, let's get a photo. Right, let's get him back. Oh great, that was on the uptide. So, and I mean these are dear little hooks, these Sakumas, but they're absolutely made for the job. I'll just bend this back so that it hooks up. What I've done is I've made this bait up here by just cutting one in half. That'll give me a bit more scent trail. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to check this other uptide one. I think I've got a bite on that one. Yes, I have. Look, you see that? Perhaps we're going to start to hit a few now. So doesn't look like it's we'll just let it tap a little bit more. I think that may be on. So wind the slack up first, and when I feel it tight, then I'm on the ledge, you know. So I can feel that now. I'm virtually on that lead. So then give it a pull up. That's it. Now hopefully I've got one on. think it's still on that lead. Here we go. We're getting the trace now. I think we got one on. Yeah, another one. That's a nice one. That's a cracking one. So I'm going to try and pull him up by his... There you go. Oh, there you go. Another nice one. Got me wet again. So look, they're all lovely. They're all lovely lipped hooked. See that? Beauty. There you go. Another nice one. All right, let's get him back. All right, so we're starting to get a few bites now, so let's bait back up. Now that was on the, I think that was on the live crab. Right. So the Portland rig is doing really well. I'm really pleased with it. Not tangling at all. So letting that go down in the tide. Oh, great fun. So I'm going to check this down tide one. I have a funny feeling there might not be anything on this, crab wise. Oh, he's still on there, but I'm going to change it. I'll change him over. Perhaps we'll just break him down a bit. Let's smash him up a bit to release some of this scent. Even though he's dead, this scent will come out nice out of him. Right, we're cooking. So I'm just rebaiting this one up. I started to get a bit of a knock on that back one, but I don't know quite what it's doing now. There you go. So let's try and get this. No, we're not going to get it over in time. That's good. Yeah, that's on. That's a smoothie. So it's just changing that bait over, putting that fresh crab on. We're on the leader. Only a small one, this one, but it doesn't matter. Smooth hound all the same. Good fun. Only a baby. Off he goes. Right, so let's cast this one out first. So I've actually got to go. I've got to go soon. It makes you laugh. You just start to get the bites, and that's a better cast. So let's put that there. Try and multitask a bit. Let that line go down while I'm baiting this one up. Now I've just changed my trace. I've just brought this one in. The bait's fine, but this here is all frayed. I don't know if you can see that. It's very hard to see, but it's all frayed. So that must have rubbed on that last fish I caught. So I'll change that. If I get a decent size hound, that will just snap that. So let's put my last live crab on. Right, so this really is 20 to 4. I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to go soon. It's always the way, isn't it? Start to catch fish and I've got to be somewhere. I can't let this person down. Right, looks like we may be getting a bite on here. We're getting a smooth-hound frenzy going. So let's just give that a bit of line. So the time's going to beat me. It's 3:45 now. I mean, I'm not far from the marina, but I'm going to fish for another 15 minutes and I'm going to have to get the anchor in because I've got to be somewhere. It's just ironic. It starts to sort of liven up when you're going, but it is what it is. It's a nice short trip out. And at the end of the day, even though it's a bit fierce, the tide, we've managed to get around it by up-tiding and obviously whacking a 2-pounder lead down on that. So really it's been sort of pretty much the same down tide and up tide. They're both effective. I mean, obviously with the up tiding I don't have to have so much so much lead. Those leads are Malcolm's. The gripper ones seem to be better than the Gemini, just didn't seem to be holding. So pleased with that, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get one more for you. So as soon as you start eating, I'm just going to pack up. So hopefully this will be my, there's a bite on this rod. Be nice to end the video on a fish. Right. So he's on, I think. I'll wind that slack in first. A load of slack out there till I get to the lead. When I feel the lead, then I'll strike it then. So it's just tightening up onto that lead now. That's it, now hit it. That's it. Yeah, we've got that lead up. And hopefully the fish is on. Yeah, I can feel him. Or her. Great. Powering off. No monster, but powering off. There you go. Come out, Skip. No. Everyone in the lip. Perfect. Just get the pliers just to get him out. There you go. That's a male, that one. Let's get a, oh, he's pissing. Right, let's just get a little pic of him. Back he goes. Right, I'm not going to put that one back over. As I said, I've got to go. Oh, look, we're getting a bite on that one now. That's on. It's just always the way when you want to go, when you're going. Now this feels better. Feels a heavy weight, so whether I've wrapped him or whether it is just a nice fish. Oh, he's swimming now, so with a 2-pounder lead on, I feel a bit better anyway. Let's get me lead. There you go. Another one straight through the lip. See, it's absolutely perfect. There you go. And that's a female. Right, there he goes. So that's 2 rods in. As I say, it's always the way you start to catch fish and then you've got to go, but it is what it is. I only wanted a short trip, and really and truthfully I just wanted to catch you guys a smooth-hound, you know, but we've achieved both. Nice short trip, and I managed to hit a few fish. I don't know how many that is, let me know, but it doesn't matter, does it? As long as you're catching. So let's hook that in there. I'll wind this up. So yeah, the Portland rig has worked really well today. Never really used it before. John told me about it, so I'm gonna wind this one in and we'll call it. Be nice to have one on here and all, wouldn't it? There's not. Still got me crab on, so we'll call it. Listen, thanks very much for coming out and spending the afternoon with Manic Fishing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, and it means the world to me. We're really doing well. Got some exciting stuff coming up. As I said, I'll be out the water. The boat's coming out the water for 2, maybe 3 weeks. In a couple of weeks' time, I'm having a sexy brand new engine put on the back, and it certainly will be Manic Fishing then, because I'm having a 200 fitted on this. It'll absolutely fly. It'll be out the water, so I intend on going down and doing a bit of fishing. I've been invited down to fish with Matthew Forrester, who is Joker Jigs, so I may well get myself down there and fish with him, and loads of people have asked me if I want to go out. But thanks for watching Manic Fishing. At the end of the video, you'll see a prompt for another video. Watch that one, that'd be epic. And then you'll see my Manic Fishing logo. Hit that logo at the end, that's my subscribe button. Have a wonderful day.